Welcome to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. We are 2 out of 3 brothers watching movies through a rainbow lens. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee.
How are you?
I am good.
Are you relaxed?
My mind is messed up now.
Like a lot of people's minds messed up. Look, the episode description says it and titles of videos, whatever. I'm loving horror having a moment.
Yeah, I think it is making a bit of a comeback. If it ever went anywhere.
Yeah, the genre never went anywhere.
The critical acclaim for the genre has not always been there, but with recent things, it has returned.
We've gotten away from things like Scream.
I was going to say.
Even though there is a Scream 7, in the last couple of weeks, I've watched Scream 1 and 2 and really enjoyed them.
In the last couple of weeks, I've technically watched 3 horror movies.
Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
Which is just called Scary Movie.
That was very confusing.
Because Scream 6 was just called Scream.
Yep.
Which was also very confusing. But we're not talking about those, but we're particularly talking about Backrooms and Obsession, or Obsessions and Backrooms, because that's the order I watched them in.
I watched them in the opposite order.
Okay. So which do you want to talk about first? No, we're going to talk about both.
Yep.
With topics related to both.
They are, because they are comparable.
They are comparable.
Because it's the similar. I will say both off the bat. Thank you for not being too long. Because I reckon if Backrooms was any longer, it would have lost me. Also, if an Obsession was maybe too long. Anyway.
Okay. I think the length of both was good.
Yes.
I do. So here's a tip generally for people. If you're going to take a friend to the movies, or if you suggest to a friend a movie to watch, this tip has 2 sides.
Okay.
It's a double-ender, so to speak. And
it's not just the tip, it's two tips. It's a double tip.
Yeah, it's a double tip. Some people pay extra for that.
Yep.
The tip for the suggester of the movie, check or know that the person you're suggesting to the movie to likes the genre of movie you're taking them to.
Okay, good. That's always a good thing.
Because as the lights went down in the Davis Theatre before Backrooms started, it was then that I mentioned the word horror, and my friend said, I didn't know it was a horror. I don't like horror movies.
Oh, you're speaking of yourself.
I am speaking of myself.
Oh, okay.
And then
they would have hated it.
The other side of the tip is if someone suggests a movie to you, check what the movie is.
If you really don't like something, check it.
He was okay. He was the person in the theatre, and I'm sure every screening of both of these movies has had one. He was the person in the theatre that actually jumped out of their seat and exclaimed.
Like maybe some of our listeners just did then.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
I tried to not do it into the microphone. Sorry if you're driving. He was that person, and he did spend a bit of the movie like this.
Well, Backrooms was intense. I was thinking after I watched it, it's a very well-made movie.
Yes.
And it's a good movie. But I was like, I don't know if I would say I enjoyed watching it because I was like on edge the whole time. Which is the point.
Yeah. Comparing the two,
yeah.
Are we kind of comparing the pair?
Yeah, let's compare the pair. Okay. Same age, different income.
Same age.
Seems like very different incomes. I'm not sure.
I might look that up, actually.
I'd heard of people in Backrooms, so I'm assuming they had more of a budget to pay.
But the person I recognised in Backrooms isn't a somebody. Like, I recognise both the leads.
Yeah.
But being in one Norwegian film, even though it was nominated for Oscars, doesn't make you a $2 million payday.
Okay.
So it's been... Okay, we're going to compare the pair, and let's talk first about the intensity of Backrooms and the intensity of Obsession.
Yes.
Because
I will put on my pacing cap, which seems to be a common theme for a lot of movies I watch, that somehow the number one thing for me recently has been how the movie is paced. Backrooms pacing, like spot on. Really,
Yes, very good.
In terms of it being a thriller suspense more than a slasher horror.
Yep.
It does a good build up of, ooh, what the fuck is this? While also giving you some background to the characters.
Yeah. The background about her was interesting. The psychologist.
Yeah, her mum was
Stellan
a crazy person.
Skarsgård's daughter.
Renata Reinsva.
Yeah, she was very good.
She's a very good actress.
Stellan Skarsgård is not in Backrooms.
No.
He's in Sentimental Value.
Which, 6 Degrees of Separation, Renata Reinsva.
You're right. I think the pacing and the intensity built up.
Yep. It was very, for me, because it was the build-up was akin to I did the crossword today.
Yeah.
It was similar to a Hitchcock style
Yep.
of, I will be honest, I didn't know much going in, except that it was fucked up.
Yes.
And so it was, yay, who are these people? Ooh, something weird going on. Or you're hard luck. Ooh, it's a bit weirder now. Ooh, shit's going down.
And I like, as much as I'm a fan of what is called dramatic irony, where the audience doesn't know something, knows something that the main characters don't.
Yes.
In this type of movie, I really liked that we also had no idea what the fuck was going on in those back rooms.
Yep.
And
Yep.
where did
And
it come
why?
from?
And who?
And what was going to happen.
Why is the furniture half melted into the floor like at the end of, like in Jumanji?
Yeah. Was Robin Williams' mouth.
That's exactly, that is my millennial brain
Yep.
going, oh, like Jumanji.
The real Jumanji. Not the Rock's
Robin
Jumanji.
Williams Jumanji.
Yeah, the Kirsten Dunst for you, Jumanji.
The Kristen Wiig Jumanji. That was just so you could get a memory of
I do not want to
Jumanji.
be Jumanji'd.
So pacing, backrooms, great, spot on.
Yes, and built up. And then in terms of jump scares, which we'll talk more about jump scares, one big jump scare, because I think the point of the movie was the creepiness and the what the fuck is going on.
Yes.
And my friend came out of it and said, oh, that was good. I didn't really get it.
Yeah. That
But it was
I
good.
reckon that was a lot of it.
And a lot of people, and who's the guy?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
No, from Love Actually,
Yeah.
the guy from the lab that talks to her at the end. I've just gone blank on who he is.
He is from a number of shows,
Yes,
and I can't
he's in
remember
a
his
movie
name.
called Creep that
Okay.
I watched recently, and I think we talked about on a previous episode.
Yes, I think he did.
Which is another horror movie, which he's very good, and he's very creepy in that.
I recognise him from The Mindy Project,
Oh, yeah?
which is not a horror movie,
No.
and also another show that I watched a lot of. So that's very random. That's where I recognised him from.
So, pacing, creepiness builds very well.
Yep.
The weirdness of Obsession was different.
I did not enjoy the pacing of Obsession, but I think that was kind of what they were going for. I think when you call a movie Obsession, I think you know a bit of the premise.
Yeah.
So they didn't kind of mess around with building up the craziness.
Unlike if you call a movie Backrooms and
Yeah.
disappoint a lot of the gay audience.
Yeah.
Was not what a lot of gays
No.
expected, I'm sure.
Nah. Last time they went through a wall at the bottom of a furniture store, it was completely different.
It was very different.
There was a leather cleaner involved, but
And they-
for different reasons.
Would follow Chiwetel Ejiofor into there.
Maybe some would.
Renata, not so welcome in there.
I don't know. Maybe different subsect.
Maybe.
Of
True.
Subsect.
Yeah, I don't want to
Sure.
generalise.
So
But Obsession does give you a bit of a clue about what it's about.
yeah, and it gets to. I did The Wish very early
Yep.
for me.
I was okay with that.
But I was at the time, but then as it went on, I was like, we get it. She's crazy and this has messed with her. So it was just a bit like, okay, how is this going to end? I was sitting there being like, what's she going to do now? Oh, here we go. Plus, a few of the things that she did, I predicted. So that might speak more about my messed up head that I predicted that she would make a cat sandwich.
The podcast is on record of you being sociopath, psychopath, something in that realm.
Yep.
I didn't predict
all the paths.
I didn't predict the cat sandwich.
As soon as he opened, like, he's like, oh, I'm going to eat my lunch. I'm like, why are we making a scene of him eating? Oh, no.
Okay.
And
That
then
makes
when
sense.
it's like, emo chick, let's go to the park.
Oh, I knew as soon as they were sitting in the car.
And because
Framing.
framing, yep.
Yeah.
There's enough space in that window for you to see her fucking run.
I didn't see her run. I didn't notice her run, but I knew she was going to come through the window at some point.
Yeah.
But that being said, I didn't know we were going to get the full scene of the smashing into the thing.
Nope.
So Obsession has gore where Backrooms doesn't.
Yep.
Until towards the end, there's a bit of gore in Backrooms. Obsession has... They're both similar in genre in terms of their suspense and they're creepy and they're definitely horror and psychological thrillers.
Yep.
But Obsession has a bit more of the grossness
Yes.
and Backrooms has a bit more of the what the fuck's going on.
In terms of structure and pacing,
Yep.
Backrooms is a slow build
Yep.
to a crescendo, if you
Yes.
will. I'm using big words. And Obsession is fucking roller coaster all over the joint. Slow, up, down, bang, brick, woo, shade, stab in the face with a broken glass. Yeah.
One thing I would have liked from Obsession that I feel like would have helped the pacing is a little bit more of the she's still in there.
Yeah, because she touched on that of the whole, like, just kill me. And then I'm like, is this a joke?
And even when he rings the help desk and they're like, do you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
And it's the internal her screaming. A little bit more of that I feel like would have helped the pacing because like you, I get that you were like, well, what is she going to do next?
Yeah, you know she's going to do something
When
fucked
she
up.
whacks herself in the face or when she tapes the door closed.
That was crazy.
When she's
That was actually
watching
revealed
him
well.
sleep. Those things were good, but it was a bit like, oh, how far is she going to go? How far is she going to go? How far is she going to go? And why aren't the friends stepping in?
Yes.
But I think a little bit more of she's still in there might have added a bit of depth and helped a little bit of the pacing. I expected him to go back and get another One Wish Willow earlier and try to make a wish. To me, that's the obvious thing.
I would have gone to the store the next day,
Yeah.
but that woman was like, don't complain.
But also, one review I read on Letterboxd was men will do anything except tell you their feelings.
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, she finally fucking loves me.
Yeah.
Let's see how this plays out.
I saw a review on Letterboxd that was something like, what if he just wished that he could tell her how he feels? Like, great.
One Wish Willow. Emotional intelligence. Crack.
Yeah. That wouldn't have worked.
It was also a one
Wish Willow, don't be a little bitch.
maybe alluding to the fact that his name was Bear in the whole man versus bear. Would women rather be trapped with a man or the bear? Maybe.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know if that is a thing or if that's just something I read online.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to talk about the acting
Yes.
in this film because
Obsession?
one featured Academy Award recognized actors.
Yeah.
And the other had some people from YouTube and a guy that I only know from comedy sketch reels.
One had Academy Award recognized actors. The other had actors that no one recognizes except Andy Richter. Like, random.
Who's Andy Richter?
The guy that owns the music shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, is that Andy Richter from A League of Their Own? It is.
Oh, from A League of Their Own.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy I recognised was Cooper Tomlinson from online sketch stuff.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
The friend.
Cool. He's a dick. The character.
No, but
dick.
he's also a bit of a dick in the sketches.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, no, the other half of his sketch thing online is the writer-director.
Okay.
Cooper, I don't want to open my phone again for the third time in
you've
one
already
episode.
done it.
No, Cooper Tomlinson
We're talking
and
about Gen Z movies. You can
Curry
be on your
Barker
phone.
are
Okay.
the comedy sketch duo on the online.
Because there was some funny bits in it.
I'm going to leave that to when we talk about the audience
Okay, cool.
because I want to talk about the acting.
The acting. Let's
Cooper
stick to the
Tomlinson's acting, not amazing. The best
No,
friend.
no.
The guy who plays Bear, I thought was good.
I did think he was good. I think the acting was, it was solid. Her acting was a lot, but it had to be. So it was bordering on melodramatic, but I think it had to be that she was out of control.
I think she did that really well. And
Yeah.
she did the
She
turn on a
loud.
dime really well. Yeah, she loud.
She loud. I also don't know about the sound levels in the cinema because at some points I was like, this is loud.
Yeah. But I think it's meant to be because bitch is loud. I shouldn't have said that.
Bitches be cray. That's the
You shouldn't
tagline.
have followed up with that. She is loud, and I think you have to. It's not a visual jump scare. It's an oral jump scare.
Yeah.
AU.
Yeah.
RAL.
Yeah.
Jump scare.
I thought there was going to be some more oral in there at one point, but that didn't happen.
She did get on her knees at one point.
Yeah, that's the
I
bit.
thought she was going to forcibly oral him. Be like, this is how much I love you.
Yeah, okay.
I am going to fillet you now.
Fillet. You really don't hear that version of
just
that word,
trying
do you?
Not to say blowjob.
Okay, well, now you've said
Now
it.
I
There you
have.
go.
I think but the acting matched the style of the film.
Yep.
Backrooms is slow build what the fuck's going on, and so in places the acting is very understated.
Yes.
Renata, very good.
Yeah, she's very good at. I've seen her in 2 movies now.
Yep.
She's very good at subtlety. So if you think of her in Sentimental Value, there's a lot going on, but it's not over the top.
Can I
it's a
also
very
say
emotional thing?
The Venn diagram of people who watched Sentimental Value and watched Backrooms, there's not a big crossover.
And you know what? I reckon it's us two, a few critics, Mr. and Mrs. Reinsver. That's who I'm going.
I think it's mainly movie critics in that little crossover bit. But she is good and she does the subtlety well, and so did he.
He was very good. Chiwetel, I really have to learn how to pronounce his name. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Let's go with that.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yes.
I think I've seen him in a few things and I've never been disappointed. One is 12 Years a Slave, so that's like
And
next
one
level.
is Love Actually.
Yeah, so that's 2 of the greatest movies ever made.
Hang on. I've got the pronunciation here for you.
Great.
It's from Google, so we'll see.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think he was really good.
Chiwetel
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chew, like choo-choo train.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Should we keep saying that?
It was very, very good, particularly
the scene where he's at the, sorry to cut you off,
table.
And he's, at the end.
Oh, the end.
Oh, well, yeah. But also when he's
All
got
of
his
his
sketch
scenes-
and he's in the,
yeah.
and he's like, I don't give a fuck if you believe me, bitch.
No, actually, all of his scenes with her in her office are very good.
Because they're a different
They're at different points.
level
Early,
of
it's
mania.
him being angry at his ex-wife, which then directorially and story-wise is directly contrasted to, I think, the next scene is him with that fake peg leg on.
Yes, that was
And
good.
then later, him like, I fucking found this thing and I'm obsessed with it and I'm crazy. And, he's drawn the map and then he has one more meeting with her, or is the next time he meets her in the table downstairs?
No, it's in the table downstairs because then it's like,
he's fully immersed in
he's
there.
fully in. And then he takes the kids in there.
Yes.
Oh, and I tell you what. We'll
Even
talk about
those two,
when we get to the audience.
Even those two kids weren't bad.
No, they did their job.
I don't know if...
Thank you.
I don't
It
know
was the
why the
90s.
crop top. No, but I don't think it was 1993.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think crop tops like that were in 1993.
It was funny because I'm like, what year is it? And then I'm like, I think it's like late 80s or early 90s. And then because I was looking at how that girl was dressed, I'm like, that gives me no clue. That's how people dress
it's
now.
how people dress now.
So-
but I also, question mark, don't know why it was set then.
Neither do I, but it was. You know why? Because who the fuck's... Well, nobody was at that furniture store anyway. So,
No, well, nobody goes to retail now. Setting it now makes it more believable.
well, I was going to say, in case you needed to deter people from going shopping, there you go. I'm online shopping now. Sorry,
you don't
Amart.
you don't need to deter people from going.
I'm not going to Fantastic Furniture anymore. I'm sorry.
Could make a good story. Just don't go into the sub level.
I'm not going to the
They
sub-level
don't
of
call
IKEA.
it the basement. Sub level.
Sub-level.
Sub level of IKEA is where they make the meatballs. You don't want to go there. Could be taken.
There's a
bits 'cause
gigantic
they're
Swedish chef.
edible. A fooda with 3 sets of eyes.
Yeah,
That was creepy.
that was creepy. So, yeah, where Obsession had the gore,
Yes. Well, Obsession had the gore and the overacting almost.
yeah, then Backrooms had the subtle acting and more creepy
Yes.
messed upness.
Which matched the slow build.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think they both had their acting positives.
yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan, like I said, of Cooper Tomlinson, but if my best mate, if my brother, who I do YouTube with, wrote and directed a film, I'd
Okay.
be like, fucking cast me something, mate.
The few that I'm thinking of making, I don't think you're right for, but we'll
Write me a
call your
character.
people.
Write me a character.
You'll be the barista.
Excuse me, when I did write, direct, and produce a play,
I wasn't in it.
well, you had a role. I made sure you had a role.
Yeah, I wasn't on stage though.
Yeah, because we had our limit of year 9s. It was meant to be a senior play.
And let me guess, we're not
Don't-
going to get into
we're
this. We're not going to get
Let's
into
not
this.
talk about acting. But that other year 9 that I did cast is not the person I'm doing YouTube with now. So there you go, okay?
Whatever, because he's a professional. No, because I believe. People believed in him.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Thank you very much. We've done our Kylie episode.
Let's talk about the audiences.
Yes.
I saw them back to back, and I
How
saw
the
Obsession.
fuck did you do that? Did you call a therapist after?
No, well, thankfully there were 20 minutes between. If I'd seen them in the other order, there only would have been 10 minutes between.
Yeah, that's not enough.
And I had 20 minutes in between that I could go outside, stand out in the fresh air, look around me, check that there was no
Check that this is
psychos,
real life. Yep.
and then get worried that my friend wasn't going to make the start of the next movie on time. Then get a choc top.
Oh, well, there you go. That's all you need.
So it was almost like
Chopped up is like very grounding in
it was
reality.
like a reset. It was like I was going to a movie fresh because I
Yeah.
lined up in the queue.
Yeah,
The
you
reason
didn't do what I did once last year or earlier this year and
Oh,
go
yeah, you
straight
did.
from Secret Agent into Marty Supreme.
Yeah. At least they were very different movies.
We're very different.
Secret Agent was good.
It was.
Still haven't seen Marty Supreme.
It's fine.
The reason that I had to get popcorn and a choc top and a drink before my second movie was because the queue was almost out to the bookshop for the candy
really?
bar when I got there. I had to do a couple of laps of Yarraville to find a park.
Yep.
Did that, walked in, the queue was around to the bookshop at the Sun Theatre.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I just gave up. I messaged my friend and I said, I have to get food before the next movie, just so you know. Then I went in, found my seat. Then the movie started. We know the Sun Theatre doesn't do a lot of previews,
No.
but I did learn about the University of the Third Age.
Yeah, so did I. It was good.
Then
It's quite a good little initiative.
people were slowly starting to come in. Then the movie started. People
Same.
slowly
Yep.
started to... If you don't think you can get to the candy bar and into the cinema before the start of the movie, don't. You don't have to have a choc top.
No.
Then, so some people came in late.
I'm a
Fair
bit
enough.
lenient because there's not. It's like 10 minutes
Yes.
of previews, whereas I
If
went to
you're a regular
thing,
to the Sun.
I went to a thing at another cinema the other day, and it was like fucking. I was sitting there being like, "Is this the movie?"
Then, so this was my other issue. There were obviously people that saw the length of the queue, didn't want to get into it.
Oh no!
So
they didn't sit
10
down
minutes
and go out
into the
again.
movie, it went out to the candy bar.
No, you should be able to move.
It should be like a lock-in.
Well, no, then you'd pee yourself.
But like, miss, can I go to the toilet?
No.
The
Or some people also choose the worst time to go.
I had someone move seats,
Yeah.
but only like one row back.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense. So
Okay.
then 10 minutes into the movie, people left
Yep.
and then came back 25 minutes into the movie. This was a 6:50. This was the worst one though. This was a 6:50 session, and at 7:15, someone came in with their torch on
I hate it.
their phone,
Somebody did that.
not
In my
just
session.
up the aisle until they found their row, walked with it along their row, but I think also forgot that they had their torch on. At one point, they pointed their torch at the screen.
Oh, get fucked.
In a horror movie.
Somebody did that. They walked in late and had their torch on to find their row. If the movie started, sit wherever. You were also in a group of, it was about 6 or 7 people, and they were the last one in the group. So you didn't need your torch on. Follow your friend
Should be banned.
and go to row C and sit the fuck down.
These people, right, there were two of them came in at 7:15. The Grand has the middle, not aisle, but walk across row.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There were 5 seats in the first row
Yeah, just
of
sit
the
there.
walk across, which is on the same level as the door. Walk in, see 2 seats, sit down.
Yep.
Remember when we were in the small one? And
Yeah.
it has 5 rows of 4 seats each.
Yep.
The row in front of us completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
We were sitting back row, the 2 closest to the aisle.
Yep.
These people decided they were going to climb over us 10 minutes into the movie instead of just sit the 2 seats in fucking front of us that were empty.
It doesn't. People are like sticklers for rules. It's these sheeple.
Don't go out. Unless you
I know.
social etiquette, don't leave the house.
Yep.
I'm doing some work in a cafe at the moment, right? Mm-hmm. And my boss is very direct.
Yes.
She told 20 customers off yesterday because they ordered their coffees and then just milled around the doorway to get into the cafe.
That I hate.
And she was like, can you all move? Customers are not entering the cafe because they think we're full.
That's fair enough. Good on her.
And they were like, oh, okay. And they moved about that much.
I was walking through the city today.
Don't go out.
I was walking through the city today and I was walking up the street, up probably the busiest street in the city. And
A Beckett Street.
Yeah, a Beckett Street. And
It's a
not
niche
Beckett
joke
Street.
for all
The
4 of
fuck?
our Melbourne listeners.
Yeah, and then I was walking through the city, and then I hate, back in the day, this is so off topic. Pre-COVID, I'm going to say,
Okay.
when the city was busy and people were there all the time when they worked there.
People had to be in the city.
You used to do this thing. You're walking up to a major intersection.
Yep.
Let's, for argument's sake, say Collins and Elizabeth,
Pretty busy.
right? And you would walk up and then you'd go up to the intersection and you'd stop at the lights.
Yep.
You're walking. And then if you're a normal person with good social etiquette and care about other people, if you were going to stand somewhere that then blocks the footpath,
Yeah.
you would not. you would
Yeah.
wait back a bit so people had room to move. People don't do that anymore.
No.
And then I do it and people are like, why don't you go? I'm like, no, people will go through.
And then that gets proven that you're in the right spot because then it starts and they walk past you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
People also
learn it. This
I-
has nothing to do with these movies. that
I
we're
had to
talking about, but that's
walk
fine.
on the street yesterday because there was a group
Okay.
of 5 people that just walked 5 abreast
Hate it.
and took up the whole footpath. And I was walking and I had kept left.
Yep.
Because that's what we do in Australia. And I was keeping left and then there were 5 of them and I'm like, they're not moving. I had to move across and walk on the road.
I get the most passive aggressive I ever get in my life when I'm walking and people are in the way.
Yep.
Like if I'm walking behind someone and then they just stop, I go, oh, and they make this big stomp with my foot right next to them to make sure like it's like I nearly hit them.
It happened to us coming off the train just then. People coming onto the train as
People
we were
are-
coming
but
off.
people don't care anymore.
I shoulder bumped them.
I just walk.
No, if I'm
don't give
walking
a shit.
here and someone's coming on
I'm getting
here,
off the train.
I'll move a little bit over so I bump into them.
Yeah.
I also, blocking doorways, I can't handle. My friend from upstairs, as you called him before, will remember that we were in the city one day. I was also a little bit hungover, didn't help. Gone into 7-Eleven to get a sausage roll.
As you do when you're hungover or
And
any day.
Then, as we were coming out, there were 2 people standing in the door on Elizabeth Street. And I
Not
just...
that 7-Eleven.
I just said...
There's more than one on Elizabeth Street. There's about 8. But anyway.
We're probably thinking about
Wait.
the same one. Not the one on the corner of Flinders Street.
No.
I think it's Collins and Elizabeth.
No, there's no 7-Eleven there anymore. I was thinking Melbourne Central.
This was 2016.
Oh, well.
So pre-COVID.
No, there was never one there.
Okay, well, wherever. It had an automatic door and it wasn't on a corner. And
I know which
there
one.
were 2
Yep.
people.
It's the one up from Burke Street. It's opposite the GPO.
No, it's down.
Anyway, that's not the point.
There were 2 people standing in the doorway and I got there and I just said, this is a doorway. And they were like, oh. And that they thought I was rude.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm like, no, you're rude. You're standing in a doorway. And then
Anyway.
also, people blocked the tram. If you ask my cousin about when I rang him to ask if he would like to do a speech at my wedding,
Yep.
halfway through, I was just like, this is a tram doorway, guys. And then just went back to talking to him about my wedding. None of that happens
that.
in Obsession
Yeah.
or Backrooms.
So, how did you find the ending of these movies?
No,
Anyway.
I've got one more thing to say about the audience.
Okay. Also, I had similar experiences with the audience. Is that not people going in and out so much, but people being late and then
Yep.
just going, oh, and then one guy walks in there going, A, B, oh, row C, like, just sit.
The movie started.
And then it was like, I don't know, it was very annoying. And at the start, I'm like, these people better shut up. They shut up, so it was fine. But also
Yeah.
had somebody in Backrooms
Yes,
go,
in the Davis.
oh, don't go down there. Like full out.
Jada Pinkett Smith at the start of Scream 2.
Don't go down there. And in their defense, don't go down there.
Yeah.
Because that guy didn't come back.
Neither did she.
Nope.
My issue with the audience of Backrooms were the youths.
The youths. Yeah.
There were a lot of youths at the Sun Theatre on Saturday night, and I couldn't work out why. Most of the line for the candy bar was youths. And then I was looking at the screening times, and there wasn't a scary movie on.
Okay.
And
the
they
youths aren't
didn't.
seeing Scary Movie, I don't think.
Well, there were young boys who'd brought their own food, and I'm like, maybe they're stoned.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
Then they're going to see Scary Movie.
Yeah, right. Yep, that's fair enough.
But some of these young youths who brought their own food were in Backrooms, and a whole row of them,
Just because TikTok told them to go see it.
probably.
Yeah.
At one point, but they were also sitting with their feet up on the back of the chairs in front. One of them was on Snapchat throughout the movie.
Hate it.
Then
That's why I don't go on a Saturday night, by
Then
the
at
way.
one point, the guy in the middle stood up, and like every teenage boy is 6'3", and his mates thought it would be funny to not put their legs down. So for about 10 seconds, there's a 6'3", 17-year-old in the middle of the screen of Backrooms. And I'm like, mate, get the fuck out.
Do you reckon they knew what was going on?
No idea.
As in the movie, or not in life?
Certainly not the guy on Snapchat. He didn't know. There was also a youth in the screening of Obsession who was playing some kind of, one of those war multi-thing games on his phone for the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Also, what a waste of money.
Yeah. Youths. Also, the audience of Obsession laughed a lot. Did you get that?
I got a few chuckles. I can't specifically remember what bits.
So there was one
bit where she was just like at the camera, like smiling obsessively.
Oh, was when she was wetting herself?
Chuckled. Yeah, people chuckled at the start of that, and then that went on for too long, and then she pissed herself. People stopped laughing.
There was one jump scare probably about a third of the way through the movie where someone went, "Oh my God," and everyone heard, and then everyone laughed at him. And I think that opened up the
tension was
permission to laugh.
Okay.
But I think also people in horror, people are really uncomfortable in awkward and silence.
Yeah.
And there were a number of points where Obsession did that. And so I think people were laughing to relieve themselves of the tension.
Okay. Yep.
The woman next to me had a very annoying laugh
Oh, no.
and laughed like a comedy. Not just like, oh my God, that smile's a bit awkward and funny. She was like, but her annoying version. And I'm like, this is not making me into the movie.
Yeah.
And I wrote in my Letterboxd review, I feel like I've got to watch it with a better audience to get into the horror more.
Watch it at home by yourself.
I think
with
I
your
will.
door tape shut.
I love horror movies by myself, and I might tape the door shut just to make it real.
Maybe not that much gaffer tape, though.
That was great, though. And you're right, revealed very well.
Because he turned around and he had this weird look on his face because you haven't seen it yet. I'm like, what is he acting like that for? And then he turned around and went, oh, okay, cool. That's probably a fair enough reaction.
And then
that's what people were laughing at one point. Him trying to like open the door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of bits that were a little bit funny.
Yeah.
But there were some bits that you're meant to just sit in the creepy and what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
That people laughed through.
Yes.
But what killed the pun intended, was the smashing the face into the steering wheel. Not a
Jesus,
single chortle even from that point to the end.
Not a chortle in sight.
No.
Wow.
From that until the end.
The end. Good segue. The end for me really saved Obsession. Not saved because it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It improved the overall experience.
I saw 3 possible endings coming early.
Yep.
When the guy on the thing said, kill yourself.
Yep.
Or as the Gen Zs would, I'm surprised he didn't say unalive himself. That I saw that as a possible ending.
Yep.
I saw
Killing
she dies
her.
as a possible ending.
Yep.
And then I saw another wish as a possible ending. But the idiot wished for $1 billion.
Yeah, what a dick.
And then it just fell from the
It fell from the sky too long.
But also this is my only probably writing and story criticism. No, it's not. It's just one that popped into my head. They're both standing there, right? Friend and Bear are standing there as $1 billion falls from the ceiling.
Yeah, grab some.
And then Friend comes over to Bear's house to say, hey, I got $1 billion.
Hey, you there? I've got $1 billion.
Yeah. Like, I know I was there.
We know
when
we were there.
happened.
It literally fell on me.
And that's the reason I left, is because you're a dickhead who didn't believe me and wished for $1 billion.
It's the reason I'm going to off myself right now.
Yeah. So the ending you really liked in Obsession.
I liked that there was a bit of subtlety. Because what I then liked, they didn't explain it.
Yeah.
But, he's going to off himself.
Unalive.
And then he all of a sudden doesn't.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, but why? And then you realize because she did her own wish to make him exist with her. And then he dies anyway. And then because he dies, she loses a thing.
Well, he
and
was
then-
going to do the gun.
Yeah, but
then
he
decides
couldn't 'cause
not
he's a
to.
little bitch.
And then we remembered that the cat died from the pills.
Yes.
And
all
he
the way from
remembered that the
start.
cat died from the pills.
Yep.
Oh, I knew the pills were going to come in at some point.
Yeah.
That the pills were what traditionally is Chekhov's gun. Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. It was the gun owned by Anton Chekhov.
Yes, it was. He said, the playwright, actor, dramatist said, if you show a gun in Act 1, you have to use it in Act 3. Ah. So the pills were Chekhov's gun. And he did. He didn't take a lot and dry swallowed them all.
He took one and then he went, probably going to need more than that.
He's in his early 20s. I couldn't dry swallow a pill until I turned 40.
Desperate times called for desperate measures.
Yeah, true.
I don't know why I pronounced it like that. But I liked that ending. Then it was just like, oh.
He took all
they're
the
both
pills
fucked now.
and then was like, oh, I'm going to die. And he was like, oh, no, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Because then he's suddenly obsessed.
Because they don't show her doing it or explain it, but then you're like, I hope people got that.
Well, they did afterwards. That table of the little shrine that she'd made for him next to the porn on the TV.
Well, no, that was her filming
video
them.
of them, yeah.
Yeah.
First I thought it was porn and then
Yeah, so
one
did
was
I.
him. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then on that table was her wish, Willow, broken.
Yep.
And then he dies anyway and she wakes up. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Loses it because she's also killed the other guy.
She's killed
No, but
a
like
few
in that
people.
room,
Oh, yeah, he's just there.
he's dead, and
Yeah.
Cooper Tomlinson is
Yeah.
great shot, one
Yeah.
shot, bang, dead.
And then their other friend is naked in the other chair with her face smashed in.
Oh yeah, she's woken up to 3 dead bodies.
Yeah, all her friends are dead. Also, that music shop must be doing well. Because
A
at
lot
one
of staff.
stage, they had Andy Richter and
The
then the
owner.
4 of the staffs.
Yeah, they must sell a lot of pianos.
I don't know. It was a bit strange.
They're all college students, so they wouldn't. And also, there's no minimum wage in the States.
Yeah, there is.
Well, it's $2 an hour.
Yeah.
So they're probably as there to hang out with each other as much as
Yeah, and go to
anything.
work hungover after they do their trivia.
Shots at trivia.
Bold.
Actually, mind you,
done that before.
we're about to go to trivia, and I'm probably going to get 2 Long Island iced teas
I've done shots at trivia, but that was after.
after
All
you
right?
won.
After I won. Obviously, I went to trivia.
So the ending, yes, was good, but with a lot of these endings, I had the question, which is an okay question, and I don't mind that it's not answered. What the fuck happens to her?
I know, she goes insane.
She killed 3 people.
She goes insane. Oh, well, she's going to jail. No, I don't know. She'll plead insanity.
Institute for the criminally insane.
She doesn't have any parents.
Well,
I
she
don't think.
has a dad that's healthy.
Well, I don't know, but they don't have a relationship.
No, they don't.
So-
she hates him.
So I don't know.
She going to some institution.
Yeah. She'll self check
Admit.
in. Admit. Thank you.
She'll go, this is fucked. I did this. I have no memory of doing this.
I have vague memories. I wonder if she does remember, though, or if they'll all come back to her at one point.
She does know that shit's fucked because she talks to him in the other her's sleep.
Yeah, and then also, like, her face is fucked for the rest of her life.
Yeah, she's got scars.
So, yeah, emotional and physical.
The ending of Backrooms I found less satisfying
Uh-huh.
because it was a bit of like, hey, we're studying this shit. Why don't you tell us about it? And then that's it. And then we just go down levels.
Yeah, I was expecting a bit of, like, maybe an explanation. I like that they didn't explain everything.
Yes.
So it is open to interpretation of exactly what it is trying to represent, because I think it can represent a few different things. But I also feel like some sort of closure in some aspect would have been good.
Yes, because in
Like,
Obsession,
who the fuck was that guy?
in Obsession, we got the closure of he dies and the wish is unwished.
Yeah. But I also, because I kind of wanted an explanation, but I didn't want to have to sit through 20 minutes of them explaining
Of the lab
what
guy
it
from
is.
Mindy Project
Yeah.
saying this is what Backrooms is.
Yeah.
Because
It's a representation of trauma.
the little hint of him earlier is, I think, meant to make you think this is somebody has created this as an experiment.
Yeah.
Which is why all the cameras are in there watching.
Yeah.
But the twist, I guess, is they found it and it's growing.
Yeah.
Does that mean as a representation, if you're going on the representation of trauma thing, does that mean the people's trauma is growing globally? Or at least in whatever
the people
city it's
that
in?
go in there, that's their trauma is somehow represented in there. That's why there's a big giant fucking
Pirate
pirate
version
man
of him. And furniture.
and furniture.
Because he's tormented by the fact that he has to own a furniture shop. Like,
I assume
fair
so.
enough, not being an architect. Doesn't mean you have to buy a furniture shop.
No, you can just work at one.
Yeah. Which I thought he was. But then it's Captain Clark and his name is Clark.
Yeah, and also that guy was right. Like, you're a pirate or like...
Are you a pirate or a sultan?
Yeah. Like, that guy's got a good, fair point there.
Look, the Ottoman Empire is a good pun.
That's great.
But I
But
didn't also see one in the
I didn't
shop.
see an Ottoman. No,
I saw a couple of puffs, but no Ottoman. Poo phase.
Buffets.
So the ending.
So I didn't know if it was a
less
representation of
satisfying.
trauma or it was some sort of comment on the fear of being stuck in an endless loop and your life's a piece of shit.
Was that true for both characters?
I don't know. That's where I'm struggling because it's not like she went in there and it was. Well, I feel like maybe she was stuck in this loop of. I don't know. Just because there was one bit where she was at a party for some reason, like at a barbecue.
At one point, as she was trying to escape, she did go to something that looked like her own house.
Yes.
But also,
Which is a trauma because that's where mum was.
yeah, she was drawn into the back rooms in an effort to try and help him, which is her life. She couldn't help her mum, so she became a psychologist or psychiatrist, probably psychologist.
Yep.
And is then drawn into the back rooms in an effort to try and help people. And that's why... Yeah, but it didn't change for her. What was in the back rooms.
No, what was in the back rooms was his back rooms.
So if she goes into the sub-level of her psychology practice, which I think is just the front room of her house, would her trauma be there?
Well, no, I don't think back rooms exist everywhere. It's not like that Little Monsters movie where there's always an escape under the bed.
Under your bed.
Yeah.
But the guy from the movie Creep and the Mindy Project said they were finding more entrances.
Yeah.
So maybe as more people reach a certain level of trauma, they get their own entrance.
But she got in but got out, but it was a different universe.
But it was the same universe because he was there and he was watching a
he was
TV
watching the
with
TV
Captain
commercial.
Clark's ad on it.
And he went, oh, I know that guy from him being insane.
I know that guy from watching him on the security footage that my family does not know about.
And then I don't understand why then you could eat the people in there.
He must have been in there for a long time to try to eat a person in there.
Yeah.
To discover that you could.
Yeah.
Can you though? Or is he just eating stuffing and
Or is he just
it's not
insane?
going to be good for him?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
And this movie was made well enough that I'm okay with not knowing those things.
Well, that's what I mean. Then it's a movie where people can talk about it because there's probably somebody listening right now saying these guys have no idea what you're doing.
We'll get it in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, and you completely misunderstood.
I think
never
we
know.
completely understood.
That is how I interpreted the movie. I'm still not fully sure what it means.
Do you think Renata helps the man from the Mindy Project or tries to get away or gets stuck in the back rooms?
I think that she helps.
I think she tries to get away.
Maybe that's her back rooms.
She gets stuck in that room.
Maybe her endless loop is being stuck in that conversation with that guy.
And the decision of to help or not to help.
Interesting. What do you think, listeners? Are we off?
They're two very good movies.
I give Backrooms like a 4.25 because I was teetering on a 4.5, but I'm not quite sure.
I gave them both 4.5.
And then Obsession's like a 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was your main star loser for Obsession?
The pacing, the dialogue.
Okay.
Then the predictability.
Yeah. I'm okay with predictability because I understand tropes and the necessity of tropes. But I do like movies that don't just do tropes, but I understand
the continuity errors.
The clock. The clock that was 1 minute 12:05 and the next minute 3:40. Also, it was very bright in that bedroom at all times of the night.
Yeah. Well, because she has to see him sleep.
But also I think that was a decision from the lighting director.
Well, because when she's creepily hanging out behind his clothes or whatever in the corner.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
that's
that was
what the
really
guy
good.
Jumped
that
at.
I thought it might be.
Yeah.
There was that bit and then there was another.
That's one of my favourite things in horror when someone is actually, because, you know, we all get this big-titted girl's going to the fridge to get a juice, and then when she closes the door, Michael Myers is there. Or,
Yes.
or Ghostface.
Or like in the
Jason,
bathroom in the mirror
or
and then
Texas Chainsaw,
Yeah.
right? We all know them,
Yep.
and we all know the turn a corner and somebody's there. My favourite jump scares is someone's been in this frame the whole time and you haven't noticed them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're there, and then the guy sitting in that row over there goes, ah! And everyone laughed.
The other one that was really cool is like when he's just sitting at home and then you just see her kind of zoom past the window.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my God, that's good.
One really good creepy bit was when he's on his phone and they're at that dinner date and she just walks out of the booth and just looks at him
Yes.
and then walks back in. One thing she did really well was the first time they're at work and Bear is telling his friend about how fucked up the night before was.
Yep.
She's standing at the till and she watches him the whole time.
Yeah.
And that is really subtle. And I'm sure there are people that have watched the movie that haven't noticed how long she was staring for.
Yeah.
The boss didn't notice. And that stuff, I think it did really well. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of, The Walking. The thing that popped into my head was in the movie It, Chapter 2, when Jessica Chastain goes back to her apartment.
Okay. I
And
haven't seen it, but
Oh.
I've seen the first one and I didn't like it, so I'm not watching the second
Okay,
one.
so Jessica Chastain goes back to her apartment where her father abused her.
Okay, great.
And a little old lady is living there. And she's being nice to her and come and sit and blah, blah. And then as Jessica Chastain is kind of just sitting there looking at the photos of the old lady, we as an audience see the old lady in a really old photo, but she's old,
Okay.
which gives us a clue that the old lady might actually be Pennywise.
Okay, great.
And then in the background, the old lady just like runs across the door, weird running, but also like naked. And it's a bit of a jump, but it's also, that's fucking Pennywise. That's really creepy and weird. You just made me think of that.
Yeah. Weird running is now becoming a horror movie trope. Yeah. Weapons.
Well,
Scary movie doing weapons.
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris, sorry but your perfect existence. I fucked that up. You know the line. Oh, I'm so sorry. But Ginger was such an important part of the Spice Girls.
But to be fair, Sydney does run, Nev Campbell
Yeah.
does run weirdly.
Well, yeah, and then they just
but also,
degree it.
so does Ghostface.
Well, yeah, I think they then just make that running joke of it.
I've watched Scream and Scream 2 recently, and I laughed out loud because at one point in Scream 2, Sarah Michelle Gellar is running away from Ghostface, and she pushes a bike down the stairs at him.
You're shitting me.
No.
Does then she push her grandma?
No.
And a piano?
That's why I laughed, because I was like, wow, they didn't have to go far.
Yeah.
Because also in Scream 1, there's a point where Jamie Kennedy, the movie nerd friend, just kind of pushes Ghostface over the back of a couch, I think. And Ghostface, even though he's almost a foot taller than Jamie Kennedy,
Yeah.
like falls back and like arms and legs flailing.
Great.
And I'm like,
love it.
They didn't have to go far, scary
I would
movie.
laugh. This is why I can't watch Scream now.
My friend and I laughed a bit during Scream.
Yeah.
This is my thing of Scream. To go on another off topic, Scream itself, before Scary Movie, certainly Scream 1 and 2, are they're borderline piss take of classic
Yeah.
slasher
Yep.
horror. The fact that,
Are they meant to be?
like, he falls but always gets up, they are meant to be,
Yeah, okay, good.
which is why the character is called Billy Loomis.
Yeah,
in Scream 1.
Yep.
Names from Halloween. And which is why, sorry, a spoiler for Scream 2, but it was released in 1996. The killer, they talk in both movies about Jason wasn't the killer in Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
it was
the mum.
Jason's mum.
Yeah.
And the killer in Scream 2 is Billy Loomis's mum.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So it's playing on those tropes and bordering on taking the piss out of some of them, which is why I think in Scream 1, Ghostface is a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
Which meant it wasn't very far that the Wayans had to take it for Scary Movie.
Not at all.
I haven't seen Scary Movie 6. What do you think?
It does what you expect,
Okay.
and there's not really a plot.
We watched the trailer and it was a bit like, some of these jokes aren't going to land in 2026.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
They didn't land because they're offensive. If they didn't land, it's because they weren't funny.
Okay.
But there were some bits that were really funny. So there's a bit where what it was basically like, fuck a plot, don't need that. How can we get the old characters and actors back in while making reference to horror movies?
Yep. Okay.
So,
Oh, hang on. That's the plot of a lot of reboots. How can we get the old characters back in while reminding people about the original things and making a movie also for now?
so Gail Weathers,
Is Courtney Cox's
Gail
character in Scream?
Thunderstorm, what's
Yeah,
her
I don't know.
whatever her name
You've
is?
seen them all.
In Scary Movie, Gail Swallows, and so she goes, "Oh, I'm going to get a cosmetic surgery," and then she gets the stuff.
Oh,
And it's just that thing of then Ghostface killing her using the stuff. And there's no reasoning and it doesn't go anywhere. It's just a scene of that happening. Oh, we reference the substance, done.
She doesn't even get the new her come out? Or does Ghostface kill the new her?
The new her comes out and it's one of the guys from White Chicks, which was kind of funny. Wrong movie. So then it's like the one that was really, there was two bits that actually made me laugh. One was they did a Get Out reference and Shorty, the pothead one,
Yep.
gets high and sinks into the couch, and then he sinks into the couch and then he does a version about getting high, but to the tune of Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
And he's this little cartoon character, which is so random that it was funny. And then the other one was they have a Halloween party, and then there's all the gummies
Yep.
that Brenda accidentally gives out to the kids as
Oh, and that's why the
yeah,
kids
and then
run
they're
like
all
that?
running down and they say, "I'm high as shit." Yeah, so that was funny. But then that was how they somehow got a reference into weapons, and then it had no like plot. Then it just got way too meta at the end. Of just like, whoa, it's like how the kids tried to come and reboot this, and no, we're taking it back. Yeah.
One really, Scream 2, I'm not even talking about Scream 7 while you're talking about Scary Movie 6, but I just watched Scream 2 2 days ago. Scream 2 is really meta, and if it was released now, you know how always in people's, like on Reddit or whatever, they talk about, in this universe, this is a thing? Like in the Gilmore Girls, they watched The Sopranos.
Oh, yes.
And in The Sopranos, they've referenced the Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
So they exist in each other's universes.
Yep.
Right? Courtney Cox plays Gail Weathers
Yep.
in Scream.
Terrible haircut. Yep.
They make the movie Stab in Scream 2 based on the real events of Scream 1.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In that movie, David Arquette's character is played by David Schwimmer.
Oh, Jesus.
And they say that. And they're like, David Arquette was married at that time to Courtney Cox, or almost was.
Yep.
And in the movie, David Arquette's character has a crush on Gail Weathers.
Yep.
And then he's played by David Schwimmer from Friends' brother.
Okay, great.
Right?
Cool.
Then they make a joke later about, when did you start smoking, Gail? And then someone says, ever since those nude pictures of her got released. And she goes, that was just my head. It was Jennifer Aniston's body.
Oh, God.
So in the Scream universe, there is a primetime TV journalist who looks exactly the same as Monica from Friends, because you would assume that if Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer exist and are talked about on that level in 1996 in Scream 2, Friends must be a thing. But no one talks about the fact that Gail Weathers looks exactly like Courtney Cox, even though they mention David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston.
That's stupid.
They also make a joke in Scream 1. They're like, if they make a movie about it, they'll probably cast someone like Tori Spelling.
They do that
Tori
in Scary
Spelling
Movie.
is...
They're sitting around a fountain.
Tori Spelling plays her in Stab in Scream 2.
And she's also in Scary Movie 2, Tori Spelling. They do that joke in Scary Movie 1 where they're all sitting around and they're like, this would be a movie, except they'd get like 30-year-old people playing high schoolers playing us.
Neve Campbell was 24 when she was 17 in Scream 1.
That's all right.
Better than Stockard Channing, which is the one we always go back to.
Cool. Done.
Any other random horror movies you want to talk about?
No.
I'm going to say again that I really like that horror is having a bit of a moment.
There will be some more horrors coming out that we're going to review.
Leviticus,
and then something about Hannah Einbinder being a lesbian at a camp.
Are they coming out on the same day?
No. I think the Hannah Einbinder one's on Mubi.
Oh, okay.
Or something.
Yeah. No, because I saw Leviticus is coming out on the same day as something else.
Disclosure Day.
That I think is a lesbian movie. And then they're like, this is more like Barbenheimer than Doomsday will be.
Okay, great.
Because they're clashing audiences.
Yep, but they're not.
Yeah.
They are, but they're not. Anyway.
So those two we will see.
We'll watch them.
I'm a fan of Gillian Anderson and I'm a fan of Hannah Einbinder.
Yep, agreed.
And I hope she's just not her Hacks character though.
Remains to be seen. She's done one acting gig her whole career.
Yeah, because I know Gillian Anderson has range.
Yeah.
She was Margaret Thatcher.
She was Margaret Thatcher.
Which we talked about last week. Margaret Thatcher. We didn't talk about Gillian Anderson.
It's like we
didn't
talked
talk
about
the
The Crown.
No.
Anyway.
That's it.
Cool.
Anyway, if you're listening to this episode in full on the day that it comes out, there's still tickets available to come and see Pride with us.
There is.
Speaking of Margaret Thatcher,
the
villain, the ghost face of the mining strikes in the 80s.
We need an uplifting story after the mess that we've watched. Not mess as in like the messed up. It's not a mess. It's messed up.
And at least in this one, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, no, we will, because I've watched it like 8 times before.
True. Come and see Pride with us, but also let us know what's your favourite scary movie.
And are we completely wrong with Backrooms? What is your interpretation? Go for it.
And have you seen Renata in anything else?
There's one other movie I think people would have seen her in.
All right, let's see if people get it in the comments. Other than that, like, comment, follow, subscribe. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Lee.